What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in today, and I'm really excited to do this replay. It's going to be the first replay analysis requested by one of our Discord users on the new channel. It's from a guy named NASA. You can see here he's playing the Invoker. But basically, he's just wondering how he can actually close out games that he's starting off in a really strong way. And so I think that this is a topic that is relevant for a lot of people. So I hope that I can give you guys some pointers from looking at his play for things that you can instantly improve your game with. And I know that this is something that I struggled with for a while. And a lot of people that play sort of like snowballing heroes tend to struggle with as they're learning the game, because they get a bunch of kills early and then they can't, actually win the game because they end up feeding their streaks or whatever. I'm not an Invoker player, but I think the mechanics that NASA displays in this game are actually much higher level than a Crusader level of mechanics, or what I would think are Crusader level mechanics. So clearly there's some maybe decision making or something that is going on that is holding him back at this level. So basically in this early start of the laning stage, I want him to spend a little bit more time pressuring. That's like really the only thing that I thought he wasn't doing enough. Like, he keeps summoning these Forge Spirits to help him last it, and he has quite good base damage going with his Exort orbs up. So I don't really think that he needs necessarily the Forge Spirit damage to outlast that a Sniper, because Sniper's damage is fairly low. So he keeps summoning the Forge Spirit to help him last it, and I would really like to see him actually summoning the Forge Spirit to harass the Sniper. As we get a little bit deeper into the laning stage, and especially during the nighttime, I would like to see you either request your supports buy you a ward, or just buy one yourself and place it on the Sniper's high ground, or somewhere that's going to allow you to see the Sniper's high ground. Facing a Lion, Lion's a good ganking hero, obviously, and you simply just have no vision, and especially against a Sniper who can outrange you anyway, it's usually a good idea to have some idea of where they are. So you just killed Sniper and he's TPing back in, and I just wanted to show this because this just kind of demonstrates that clearly your mechanics are not really holding you back in this bracket. You obviously know what you're doing on this hero because you quickly push the wave out, and then you do one of my favorite things, which is that you alacrity the catapult so that it takes the tower super fast, and you end up just taking this tower completely uncontested at 10 minutes and like 50 seconds into the game, which is awesome. That's super good timing. And this is actually a really important point in this game, because as we'll see, this is sort of where a lot of players tend to lose their direction. Right here, you've just taken the tower, you grab a DD rune, and you are very strong. Like, look at your last hits compared to Snipers, and then we look at net worth, you are super farmed. So I'd love to see you take this DD rune and run top or run bottom and go get a kill, go push another tower. Like, you just farmed 2 camps with your double damage rune, and you could have probably even had another tower top because they were fighting bottom as well. And here we see you grabbing an Arcane Rune on your way to the bottom lane, and again, going and farming Ancients. I would love to, again, see you use these power spikes that you're getting with these runes and actually get something more accomplished. I mean, again, you're super farmed, but because you've taken that mid tower, it doesn't really seem like you know where you should be going next, because usually you don't get that tower so quickly as an Invoker, and you can kind of just like statically stay in the mid lane, farming the wave, going and hitting some jungle camps, coming back, farming the next wave, going and hitting some jungle camps again. But in this case, because you've already taken this tower, you have the opportunity to go kind of super ham and just run around the map. Right here, you have a TP scroll in your backpack. You're going to have a regen rune, full health, full mana. I'd love to see you go up to this top tower and defend it. You've kind of just spent, the last 7 or 8 minutes farming the jungle in the mid lane, and you easily could TP in. I know that you're very close to having your Aghanim Scepter, but you really shouldn't be giving up free towers, especially when you're like 2,000 gold ahead of anybody else in the other team. And I think that if you showed up to that fight, you probably would have gotten another TP, and you definitely would have been able to push back the other team from taking that tower. So while they're taking that tower, you're just farming ancients. So if you're not going to defend the tower, you should at least be pushing bottom tower to get something in response instead of just farming some creeps. Right here is a very indicative move of why you're having trouble winning these games. So this is really kind of the answer to your question right now. We see that you're still, a full item up on the Alchemist. Your team is now not in the lead because the other cores have been able to catch up because you aren't really pressuring enough, in my opinion. We can see that you're looking for a fight. You're just kind of running around, ghost walked, looking for solo pickoffs when I feel like you could easily just be pushing lanes with your team. And so then you go on this Drow Ranger, and while you do get a kill, it doesn't really amount to anything. And this is something that I see a lot at the lower MMRs for sure, is that when somebody gets a good lead, when they, snowball the game in the beginning, they get a bunch of kills in the laning stage, then they get a little, what I would call like power hungry, and they're like, oh my god, I'm so powerful, I can kill anybody on the map. And so then their entire focus becomes trying to get as many kills as possible. That's backwards thinking, because objectives are the most important part of this game. So really, if you are powerful, your first thought should be, I want to take objectives. First thought shouldn't be, I need to get a kill. First thought should be, can I take an objective right now because I'm strong? And if the answer is yes, then you should really just kind of like push a tower with your team. Group up, push towers, force the enemy team to fight you when you're super strong. And if they don't fight you, then you get objectives. And one other thing regarding these priorities and these kill priorities is that you also want to be killing the right heroes. You're super powerful, you feel like you can get kills on everybody, but it's also very easy to then just target these super weak heroes all the time. Like, you can just kill this lion whenever you want. You can kill this Drow Ranger whenever you want. But at the end of the day, these heroes don't really matter that much, because the win condition on the other team is Alchemist and Sniper getting super farmed, and Tidehunter getting super farmed and having a Refresher Orb. And to further illustrate that point, we see here that the other team is pushing a tower, and you decide to show up, and unsurprisingly, when you do show up, good things start happening. You get a kill on Sniper, you get a kill on Lion, you end up killing this Alchemist, and so clearly you guys are very strong as a team. So I'd like to see you guys all, go Shrine and start pushing waves. Start pushing the waves out, trying to get objectives. You just killed their two most important heroes on their team. And again, you're in the jungle farming camps. So I just, you gotta have objective priorities. The thing is you are also the only hero on your team that can really hit towers very effectively. I mean, Void can to some extent, but he's also one of those heroes that really wants to kind of wait for the fight to start and then come in, land a super good chrono. And so you really are the tower hitter. You're the one that needs to be directing people, hey, guys, let's go down a lane, let's go, push this tower. So you need to kind of recognize your role and stop just being a hero killer, which you're super good at, clearly, but stop being just a hero killer and be an objective killer. And I just wanted to point out this part just because it's, a very important mechanical thing. Right there, knowing your cooldowns. It looks like you used Sunstrike at some point and it was on cooldown and you went for a kill on Sniper. That was a very easy Sunstrike kill and didn't have it off cooldown, so you panicked and threw out some other random spells and almost got yourself killed again. And then you'd end up going on Sniper again and again have the opportunity to Sunstrike him, but it's still on cooldown one more time, which does end up actually getting you killed. And so on all heroes, Invoker more so than any other hero in the game, probably cooldown, memorizing your cooldowns. So you guys just won a massive fight, and right here you go deal with the mid creep wave, which is good. There's 2 siege units, and then you ping Roche. And right here I would just say, all right, you need to go bottom right now. You need to be screaming at your team, just run bottom. There's a creep wave there, it's at their base, and then you need to bots there yourself. You have a 3-on-1, and you had a 3-on-1 for like 60 seconds. And as we see here, you're now just slowly pushing into this tower. And that's another thing that I really wanted to mention, is that in the early game, you used Meteor a couple times to farm creep waves. But then after you got the Tornado cooldown talent, you literally only use Tornado and actually Deafening Blast there to farm creep waves. And that's a big mistake, because again, you're having trouble pushing objectives and you're making it even slower by taking like 1,000,000 years to kill these creeps. If you just would Meteor the creep wave, then it would instantly be gone and you can continue pushing farther. But as we can see here, you guys basically just did nothing. You got a tier 2 tower at 48 minutes into the game after you had killed the entire enemy team. And that is another thing that is just, it's not going to win you games. So you guys end up getting kills, you take Roche, and I think that here I would really like to actually see you put the Refresher Shard on Void. I know that an Invoker is a wonderful Refresher Shard carrier, but your Void seemed to be very allergic to using his Chronosphere in this game. He was very scared to use it seems like, for whatever reason. And so I think that putting the Refresher Shard on him might encourage him to use his Chrono more. And if you think about it, he Chronos one person, you can blow him up as Invoker, then he refreshes, Chronos another 1 or 2 people, and you can kill those people as well. So I don't, you would have double Hex and obviously all of your spells on yourself, but Chrono it's really just better. It's a better Hex, to be perfectly honest. It's an AoE Hex. So why not just let Void double Chrono and use all of your spells for damage instead of having to do all of the control and all of the damage yourself. And I paused right here because this is a really, really important point. We see that the creep waves are really close to your base, and that's not good as you're trying to push. You have everything you need to push high ground, but the creeps are right at your base. And so right now, you guys need to reset. You can't push high ground, because if you push high ground, we're going to pause here real quick. We're going to look at the free camera. There's 2 siege wagons in both of these waves and massive creep waves. So if you guys push, you are actually going to lose more to just the creeps than you will gain from attacking their base, because they are getting 2 racks for free, and you guys are getting 1, maybe 2 if you win this fight. So now you guys start trying to go defend after you're already about to lose your racks. Like, you need to be going back right now. All right, so your team's getting gone on. This is not the best place to take a fight. You guys end up getting double ravaged. But you do get a nice Chronosphere here. And right now, again, you have Meteor invoked. Please use your Meteor. If you had just run up here to this area and Meteor diagonally, you would have killed 3 heroes. I don't know why you didn't Meteor there. And now you guys are in big, big trouble because you have no buybacks on any of your heroes. So even if this had played out exactly as it was, but you had Meteored those heroes, you would have killed 3 people. Like, basically guaranteed killed 3 people. And so it would have been just the Alchemist and Sniper trying to push, which you might have been able to deal with as a solo Invoker. But when you don't get any of those kills and none of your heroes have buyback, there's just absolutely no way that you can win this game. Aside from, that Meteor at the end that could have potentially saved the game, I think that you didn't really make a ton of mechanical errors as an Invoker, which is quite impressive. But really the decision making and like the prioritization of kills over objectives, over vision through creep wave pushing was something that you really need to work on to win these games. So yeah, this game was totally winnable. You could have completely won it a number of times with just better decision making. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you did like it in the comment section below. And thank you to NASA for providing this replay. Again, a plug to our Discord. Come hang out with us, ask us questions, hang out with a bunch of like-minded Dota players, submit replays, and you might even see yourself on this channel in the future. I like doing these a lot because there are a lot of teaching points at the various MMRs that are often missed in the more general guides to heroes that we see on a lot of the training sites out there. Thanks again for tuning in. Good luck, have fun, everybody, and go win some MMR.